Welcome to the Non-Negotiable Living podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non-negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
All right, ladies, welcome back to Non-Negotiable Living. Today's episode is for the moms who are doing something brave, something bold, and something society isn't quite sure how to handle. And it's taking care of yourself. So today we're going to talk about why you're not selfish, you're actually setting the standard, and why moms who prioritize themselves are changing the game. So some people aren't going to like this podcast. That's okay. It's not for everybody. But I think that there's a lot of people who really need to hear this. So we're going to talk about this. And if you're anything like me or like the women I coach, you've probably heard things like, wow, it must be so nice to be able to fit it all in. Or, gosh, you're so obsessed with your health. Or, gosh, don't you think it's a little selfish to take that time away from your family and go to the gym? And maybe, just maybe, you've started to believe them. Or you felt guilty putting yourself on the calendar. You've questioned whether or not taking that 30-minute workout, that quiet morning walk, or that meal prep time was the right thing to do. But here's the truth. You are not the problem. You are the example, and that is powerful. So let's talk about why society is the problem. So obviously, if you're a mom, you know that there is a double standard of motherhood. And in today's culture, we're expected to work full-time, be full-time moms, maintain our house, be emotionally available for everyone, never complain, and somehow still put ourselves last with smiles on our face. And there's this quiet, unspoken badge of honor in motherhood that glorifies burnout. And when a mom decides to break that pattern, when she decides to say, I'm going to take care of myself too, people get uncomfortable because you're not playing by the rules. You're not sacrificing yourself silently. You're not choosing to be miserable for the sake of everybody else. You're not buying into the lie that your value comes from your service to others solely. You're refusing to run on empty, and that challenges everything that society has normalized. But here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I know that women do it every day, all day, every day. We keep pouring and pouring and pouring, but our families don't need martyrs. They need models. And mothers are the foundation of the household. What a mother does, everybody's gonna follow suit. So if you give yourself the ability to say that my health matters, I can take care of myself without shame, without guilt, then you're allowing your kids to do the same as they get older. If you're constantly exemplifying this burnt out, resentful, unhappy, unhealthy mother, what do you think your kids are going to be growing up? Unhappy, unhealthy, and resentful of everybody else because they're going to fall into the same patterns. We have got to start setting a better example, ladies. So let's talk about why taking 30 minutes a day isn't selfish. Let's literally break this down practically. So if you carve out just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that's 2.5% of the time. You take that time to move your body, focus on your health, or simply do something that fills your cup and soul. Guess what? You're not neglecting your family. You're recharging your mind. You're strengthening your body. You're regulating your nervous system. You're modeling resilience and boundaries. You are increasing your health so that you can be a healthy example for your kids. And it's not selfish. It's self-respect. And let's be real. If someone said that they spent 30 minutes a day scrolling Instagram, binging Netflix, or running errands for somebody else, nobody would blink an eye. But when a mom says, I'm going to use that time for me, people start whispering. Let them whisper, because you're doing the work that most won't. So let's talk about this. Who really feels threatened when moms get strong? When a mom starts to set boundaries, when she gets healthier, happier, stronger, when she stops waiting for permission to feel good in her body, it challenges a culture that thrives on your depletion, a generational conditioning that says a good mom gives everything and expects nothing. People who benefit from you saying yes to everyone but yourself. Those are the people it challenges. But here's the beautiful part. Moms who prioritize themselves are rewriting the script. They're no longer just surviving, they're thriving. They're teaching their kids what strength and health looks like. They're leading with energy and not resentment. And don't we want that for our kids? Don't we want our sons and daughters to grow up knowing that strong women are allowed to take care of themselves? This isn't rebellion, this is legacy building. And there's a ripple effect here that you need to understand. When you make yourself a priority, it doesn't just impact you, it transforms everything around you. You become more present, you become more patient, you start showing up in your marriage with more energy and confidence. You begin attracting people who respect your boundaries. You start living from a place of abundance, not exhaustion. Your kids don't need a mom who never sits down. They need a mom who's grounded, centered, and knows who she is, what she wants, and how to take care of herself. They don't need you to give up everything for them. They need you to show them how to honor themselves too and take care of themselves. So yes, when you move your body, eat well, get stronger, protect your peace, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for your family so they can learn from you every single day and learn the right things. Not the self-sacrifice, not the exhaustion, not the burnout, but that doesn't always make it easy. So I want to talk about what to say when people question you, because I feel like a lot of women are on the brink of investing in themselves and taking care of their health and saying, I matter and I'm a priority, but they struggle with, what are people going to say? What do I say to them? How do I stand up for myself in this way? So let's talk about it, because if we're being real, people are going to have opinions. If this is new to you, people are going to question it. So you're going to hear, how do you do it all? I wish I had time like you. It must be nice. And here's what I want you to say. I don't do it all. I just make myself a priority too. That's it. You don't need to explain it. There's no apology, because you're choosing your health, your joy, your energy, and that doesn't make you selfish. That makes you a leader. And moms need to be a leader in the household. So please, mama, hear me loud and clear. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to feel strong in your body. You are allowed to have boundaries, goals, dreams, and a gym bag, and you are allowed to thrive. So the next time you feel guilty for working on yourself, remember this. You are not the problem. You are the example. So thank you for being here with me today. If this episode hit home, send it to a friend who's changing the game. Send it to a friend that needs to change the game. Send it to somebody who needs to know they're either doing a really good job or it's okay for them to start putting themselves first. This might be the reminder that they needed, that it's okay. So share it. Let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate you. We weren't made to be burnt out all the time. We were made to shine and be examples for our kids. So until next time, please keep prioritizing your non-negotiable habits. Put yourself on the to-do list every day. When you have that list of 100 things you need to take care of for the family, make sure you put you on there too. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. You got this.